Hello, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Ready for the story? And today, your own Kahani Wali Nani has come to tell you a new story which is based on an Indian folk tale. Children, this story is about three brothers and it teaches us a lesson that we should always help others when they are in need, and that will also help us. And children, the story is The Three Brothers and the Holy Water. Children, you can hear more such interesting stories on my YouTube channel. Subscribe the channel and do press the bell icon so that you get a notification every time a new story is uploaded. If you like the story, press the like icon. And yes, you can share the story with your friend by clicking on the share icon. And now, the wonderful story The Three Brothers and the Holy Water. Listen, children. Champak, Suraj, and Chandar were three brothers living in a small village. They were very poor. They owned only a small piece of land, and in that land they grew some vegetables. They would sell those vegetables in a nearby market. Champak as well as Suraj were never satisfied with what they earned. They would often complain actually. Oh, only if we had a big farm, we would live happily. Our earnings are so little with a small farm that it is very difficult to meet both the ends. We cannot enjoy the luxuries of life which other people in the village do. Oh, how happy we would be if we would have been rich. But Chandan, the youngest one, was always satisfied with what he had, said, I know you are right. If we had more earnings, a big farm, we would have more luxuries of life. But yet, we must be thankful to God that at least we have food to eat and a small hut to live in. One day, a Mahatma came to their village. This Mahatma had many magical powers. All the three, Champak, Suraj, and Chandan, would go to serve the Mahatma after their day's work. Chandan would help the Mahatma all the time. Now, one day, the Mahatma fell ill, and Chandan took good care of the Mahatma, and soon he got well. After a few days, the Mahatma decided to go to another village. Before going, he called the three brothers and said, Oh, you all are very good. You have taken good care of me, especially Chandan. Chandan, you are very kind hearted and humble. And I am very happy the way you took care during my illness. I want to give you something in return. Just then, Champak and Suraj said, Mahatma ji, see, we are very poor. Our life is very hard. Can you make us rich so that we can live a happy life with all the luxuries in our life? The Mahatma said, Oh, so you all want to be rich? Fine. For that, you have to do something. And all the three said, We are ready to do anything to get rich. And the Mahatma continued, See, all you have to do is to take water from the temple well and drop it in the pond in the valley between the mountains. It's near your village, but yet you have to go there. Now, when you will drop the drops of water, then a pot of jewels will emerge out of the water, and then you all will be rich. But hearing this, the brothers became happy. Suraj asked impatiently, Really? Is it true? I'm ready to go now itself. The Mahatma said, don't be so impatient. First, listen to everything what I have to say. See, you will get the pot of jewels only if the water is actually really holy. And yes, you cannot go together. You have to go one by one. All the three brothers bowed down, touching Mahatma's feet, and thanked him. The Mahatma blessed them, and he soon left for the next village. Champak said, see, since I am the eldest, I will go first. In case I don't return, then sure, you will go, and if Suraj doesn't return, then Chandan, you will go to the pond. And yes, remember what the Mahatma told. He also told that if the pond water is not holy and we drop it in the pond, we will become of stone. So we have to take care that the water will be holy. Chandan and Suraj agreed. Now, what did Champak do? He filled a bottle with water from the temple well and started his journey towards the mountains. It was a long way to go. After a while, Champak felt thirsty. But then, remembering the words of the Mahatma, he decided not to drink the water. He looked here and there, but there was no water nearby. But after some time, it was unable for him to control his thirst, and he said, this is a whole bottle of water. I need only 3 drops to drop in the pond. There is no harm in drinking a little. And Champak drank some water. Champak had gone a few steps further when he met an old man sitting under a tree. He looked at Champak and pointing towards the bottle, he said, son, I am very, very thirsty. Please, can you spare some water for me? Please. Champak looked at the old man and he held his bottle tightly to and said, no, no, I cannot spare even a drop of it. You see, I am on a holy mission. Don't interrupt me. The man pleaded again, but Champak said rudely, no, I am not going to give you even a single drop from this. And without caring for the old man, who was pleading and pleading, he moved forward. After some time, Champak felt again what thirsty, and he drank some water from the bottle. Just then he saw a woman who was carrying a child in her arms. She requested to Champak, brother, see, my son is dying of thirst. It is very, very hot. You have a bottle of water with you. Can you give some water from it to my son? But Champak said rudely, am I responsible if your child is thirsty? You see, I am on a holy mission and I cannot give water to anybody. No, no. And he began moving faster. After some time, he again felt thirsty because he was moving very fast and he was perspiring. Now there was very little water left in the bottle. Champak was tired and he sat down for a while. Just then, a dog came and looked at the bottle as if he was saying, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. Can you give me some water, please? But did Champak give him water? No. He just shooed the dog away, held to his bottle tightly, and then he continued his journey. Finally, Champak reached the pond. He looked at the bottle. There was very, very little water in the bottle. Only how much? 3 drops. He quickly opened the bottle and was about to drop the water when a voice said, stop, stop, do not drop this unholy water in the pond. Champak replied, This water is not unholy. I got it from the temple well. But, yes, but it is from the temple. And but you did not give it to the baby, the old man, and the dog. It has become unholy. But Champak did not listen to the voice and dropped the 3 drops in the pond. And immediately what happened, children? Champak turned into stone. Now, when Champak did not return, even after a week, Suraj decided to go to the pond. He filled a bottle with the water from the temple well and started his journey. Now, Suraj also met the old man, the woman with a baby, and a dog, all requesting for some water. But Suraj, he ignored all of them, talked rudely to them, and went on his way. As he tried to put drops of water in the pond, the same voice cautioned him not to drop the unholy water. And finally, when he did not listen to the voice, he turned to stone. Chandan waited for his brothers to return, and when they did not return, even after many days, he got worried and decided to go to the pond. He also filled a bottle of water from the temple well and started his journey. On the way, he met the old man, the dog, and the woman. But unlike his brothers, he offered them some water. And when he reached the pond, his bottle was empty. All the while reaching the pond, he was thinking, "Oh, I need 3 drops only to become rich, but I think their need is more important than those riches. I can survive without the riches, but not those people." And so he was happy that he gave water to all of them. Now, when he reached the pond, what did he see? He saw his brothers had turned into stone. Seeing them, he became very sad, very unhappy. Tears rolled down his eyes. "Oh, my brothers!" And what happened? 3 drops of tears fell into the pond. Just then, he heard a voice. "You are a very kind hearted, helpful man. You gave water to the thirsty baby, the old man, and the dog without being selfish, without thinking about your needs. Your tears are holier than the water of the temple. Certainly, you deserve the pot of jewels." And immediately, a pot full of jewels came to the surface of the water. But did Chandan take it? Children, if you would get such a pot, what would you do? Would you take it? But Chandan, he folded his hand and said, "No, I don't want these jewels. I would be happy to have my brothers alive. They are more important to me, no more valuable to me than this pot of jewels." Now the voice from the pond said again, "Oh, Chandan, you are really very, very nice. Champak and Suraj are different from you. They are selfish and not helpful. But yes, I am happy with you, so I will make your brothers alive. But yes, your brothers must promise that they should be humble, gentle, and kind like you." And soon both the brothers stood alive. Champak and Suraj were standing before him. Seeing them, Chandan became very happy and hugged them. And they both promised to do as the voice had said. They asked forgiveness for their selfish behavior. Now the 3 brothers went home with a pot of jewels and they lived happily together thereafter. Yes, they were always helpful for the needy. So, children, how did you like this story? And you also must have well understood that we should be kind hearted, humble, gentle, and helpful to others. And we will also get very nice things in return. And we'll meet you again next week with another story. Till then, goodbye. Take care.